Hello, Simmers. So this is a beginner's guide on building. I've taken the lots in Willow Creek on the biggest lot that there is. I think it's 50 by 40, 50 by 50. I'm not sure. So I've taken a pre-existing one. Just because then I can actually show you the ins and outs of how to get something built. So we're going to have a look at this section here with all the labels. So firstly we have our roofs. So you have your normal square roofs, you have a half roof, you have your hexagonal roof and octagonal roof, okay? And then that's over here. And then these are part of the what are they called? Exterior freezers and exterior trims. Okay. Then you've got your chimney roof sculptures. That's where these chimneys are from. Okay. So you'll go down. You'll see all different types of chimneys. For obviously when you have your fire. And then now we've also got from the Eco Lifestyle solar panels and the classic wind turbine, which help your eco footprint. So you'll put these on the roof like that, and then like in modern day society it'll absorb the sun and it'll make you use less electricity, which will reduce your electrical charges. So then if we look at this section here, I don't have the energy to build a house, that's why I'm using this. I just spent the other day doing Lucy Highmore's farm, so I ran out of energy. So we have there's a difference here in pillars and column. So there's not a structural difference, they both fulfill the same structure. So there's the column and there's a pillar, but in one of the aspirations with being wealthy, you have to have 20 columns. So if you want to fulfill that aspiration nice and easily, choose a column instead of a pillar. That's, I think, the only difference that I can advise. But then you can change the color of it. So if you want to color scheme each room or each house, that's what you'll do. And then we have these spandrels, which are these little sections here right below the fencing. Let me go down a floor. So the spandrels just make this section here look a little bit decorated in between each pillar. And then you can go here and you can choose this and you can change it. Here, so you can add, those are the spandrels, and they add little quality and prettiness. And then this is the exterior freezers, so you can change it like that instead of having the other one. So that is what it was before, and that is what we've turned it to now. So you can change that. And then fences are like this one. This is a fence here. You have to build a room, and then you have to build walls, and then you can make your choice on if you want a cottage design, if you want modern, if you want whatever you want, contemporary. Then you'll choose your fence, your color, and then you'll adapt it to that wall. Then the stairs have changed the ability. Now you can see this. So I've clicked on the stair, and then we have stair railings as well. So stair railings are over here, so we can change the stair railing if you want to. You can make it that. You can change it to this one. You can change it to anything. You can be very creative. So I'm not going to save anything, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't look okay. But this little tool here allows us to make staircases like that now, which is quite cool. So let's just move that for an example so I can show you. Okay, maybe it's not going to allow me to do it just because of the way there. So you can do it in double just because the way this has been built, you can't. So you can add quite a few levels to your staircase, which is quite cool. Another feature which I love to use is the half walls. So if you go to your walls where you build your rooms, and you can use different shapes and decorations, shapes to decorate the room a little bit better. So there's different sizes. There's that size, there's a little bit higher. Oh, some of them you can only use if you, depending on if you've chosen the level of your house, which I'll get to now. So you'll click on your actual house, and then here it says medium wall. So you have small wall, short wall, medium wall, tall wall. So some of these will only be applicable to the tall wall. So that's something that you have to look out for. Then these are called, oh whoopsie, I don't know what I clicked. These are called little decks, and they can also add a nice little different feature to your house. So you can use, again, different types of options in terms of the shape that you want it to be. So this one's an octagonal, but you can make it square, you can make it rounded, you can make it all these different types that are here. And then what you do is you make a base. So you'll add it, if it's flat, then you go here, and then this raises it, this little arrow up and down in the middle of the room, that raises it to whatever level how high you want the room to be, and then you'll add your staircase to the appropriate level. And then you can even add a platform to rooms now. So let's go in here, for example. Can raise this so that just that room is raised, so it's like a little step into that room. So that's quite cool. I used that feature in my friend's apartment that I did. It's on my channel. So if you want to change the direction that you're placing an object in build or in buy mode, you'll use the crocodile. So I'm using the crocodile in and out, the big one and the small one. It changes the direction. And then if you want to make it bigger or smaller, you use the brackets. So the right bracket makes it bigger, the left bracket makes it smaller. And then obviously if you click on this and you want to change the color, you can use this toggle here, the eyedropper, which copies it. Then you can go here, and then that's where you can change the color if you don't like the color that's already there. So you can use pre-existing houses and then just change things. So the building tools at the top, they have letters that correspond with a shortcut. So if you want to select something, you click letter H. That's like me clicking on this chair. There you go, I've clicked on it. So if I click on H, okay, and then eyedropper copies an object. So if you want to get a whole bunch instead of doing one by one. Design tool changes the color. I don't really use that one. The sledgehammer deletes an item. Undo and redo, and then you can save your houses to your library. Then this is to move a house, so you actually pick up the whole house and move it. You can bulldoze your actual the entire thing so it becomes flat, and then you can change the time of day that you want to build. It just changes the lighting. Then here is manage worlds, so you can go to each of your worlds that you have and redo everything. And then there's the gallery. This is the up floor, the down floor. If you want the walls to be like that, or like that. Then they have a new feature here, which is the help center with tips and guidance. And then camera controls to change the different angle, and your notification wall. And then this goes to your option. And then the last thing not last thing, but one of the things I wanted to show you is there are pre-decorated rooms that you can add. So let's say, for example, you're lazy and you don't feel like doing anything, and you just want to build a room and play. You can go like that, and that room's already decorated and built and furnished. So that's quite a cool feature. And then just the 3 cheats that there's more than 3 cheats, but you have to press Control Shift C for your cheats. I've got another video for cheats, but this one adds a couple. So we've got the 2 money cheats. Okay, Motherload adds $50,000, and Rosebud adds $1,000. Then we have BB.move objects. It allows you to have a little bit more free play when you're moving. When you're moving objects around, enable free build. This stops things from clashing. So if you look on your on the floor area, you can see there are these little grids. Usually items can only be in a certain amount of space in that grid, but with that cheat it allows you to ignore that function. Then there's 3 here. I only use one of them. Show at bb dot show hidden objects. Okay, so these are objects that are basically in the household collectibles this is one of my Sims missions, to find them by herself. So this is a cheating version of that. So it's like your gems, your all the collectible items. It just can help decorate your house basically. Then another one, which I have no idea what it does, I've never used it before. Live edit objects. As I said, I don't use that one, so I don't know what that does. And then the one that I do use is ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. Okay, this one is a really nice one. So all the game items I'm going to show you now, like for example computer, these are these are because I'm not using in the person's family, that's just in build mode, so I think it's all unlocked anyway, but it says here unlocked at the level 10 scientist career. This cheat unlocks all of those. So unlocked at the level 10 of detective career. All of the weird items that you normally wouldn't be able to use because you have to unlock them during careers and challenges and whatever, it allows those to be available. For example, a nice one is the gaming mats. So this gaming mat is only unlocked at level 10 of the tech guru. So yeah, it just adds a little bit of an extra gameplay for you. And that is my tips in building a house. So I hope that makes it a little bit easier for you, and I hope you have fun building a house.